Hey traders, this is Trevor. It's Thursday after the close. I put on an SPX Iron Condor today. I legged into it and I got an awesome question that I thought would be great to discuss for everybody and show how I did what I did and why I did it. Okay, so TX Outlaw direct messaged me, says, "Do you always leg into Iron Condors? Thanks for all you do to help people." First of all, that's awesome. We love hearing that. We put a lot of work into getting, putting our information, our trades, myself and Igor, and so we love hearing that it's helpful. So thank you very much, TX Outlaw, and everybody else who's showed us a little bit of love. So asking about legging into condors. So let's go back. Let's go over to the spread room. Excuse me, the spread channel. So here's today's trades right here. And what I've got, let me show this is a 6-month daily chart of the S&P, and there's a lot of noise here. There's a lot of moving. This is all moving averages, okay? What I want to focus on is right here. So this was yesterday. This is today. You can see we're holding this yellow line. That's the 200-day moving average. This blue line here is the 100-day, and notice how it basically contained the price action for the last 2 days. Traded a little bit below the 200 yesterday, but we recaptured it to close. Today we actually traded above the 100, but rallied. But stayed within the trading range here. All right, so let's flip over to a 2-day 5-minute chart. All right, so this is yesterday here. So now we're just looking, this is today here. Just looking at today's trading action. So you can see we had a nice rally right off the bottom. We opened at 2786-ish and rallied right up to, we tagged 2800 on the nose, and basically we ran out of steam there. So if you look in the spread channel, I said at 9:36, I opened the 2750 put spread, 2750, 2760 for 125 credit. A couple minutes later, about 10 minutes later, I added exposure here by selling the 2745.55. Notice these are 1-day expiration, 1 DTE spreads, because today's Thursday, the spreads expire tomorrow, being Friday. So typically what I do, as I would expect vol to premiums, especially with as volatile as things have been lately, to decrease through today. We make a nice little scalp and we close the trade. However, I did not close the trade, and I'll tell you why in just a second. But 9:30 and 9:45. So we are looking at right in this area here. So we had such a nice rally right out of the open. I went ahead and deployed both of those put spreads, like I said. If we zoom out a little, this is a 1-hour chart. So you can see the low that we had is 2766. That was yesterday. And then we had some good support here at 2770. Even better support at 2777. That was also the overnight low in the futures, was 2776. So basically I've got like 3 stair-step levels of support that are above the short strike of my highest put spread, and hopefully you followed that. But I've got some ladder support all the way down if this thing started to roll over. But if I come back here, talking about legging into Condor, so I put on my put spreads, we talked about that and why. Then at 10:02, I said, hey, let's add the call spread of $1.20 credit. That's 28.25, 28.35. Why did I pick that? Well, we've got real strong resistance here at this, starting here at 2800, which we tagged today and fell right back. Then we've got some more resistance here around 2807, 2820, and then this is 2825 right here, which is the location of my short calls. So what I've established is a nice big wide condor for this thing to just bounce back and forth, and which is exactly what it did today. So to answer the question, I don't always leg into spreads, but what happened was, if I go back and I pull that 5-minute chart up, again, we had, let's do this 2-day 5-minute chart. Let's grab today. Okay, so we had a nice big rally. We fell back down, so I sold my puts on the rally. I sold my calls when we topped out, and we just meandered, okay? So, like I said, normally I would close this trade at the end of the day, take whatever scalp profit I had, and there was a scalp profit actually on the trade. But I decided to keep it overnight. And I did say in the spread room here that I said I'm going to take home my iron Condor and hold into tomorrow. More conservative traders might take off half of the position or all for a 65-cent roughly credit. So remember, we got $1.20 on the puts and $1.20 on the calls. That's $2.40. Just 65 cents. I mean, you know, we make a little lunch money. That's better than nothing, right? That's primarily due to the calls. The calls evaporated. The premiums evaporated pretty good. You'd have gotten about a 55-cent profit on the calls and about a 10% on the puts. But, you know, again, we're in the green, so that's what matters. If I go back to the daily chart here, again, we held the 200-day moving average so well. I'm well below, you know, yesterday's low. If we look on a weekly basis, I mean, this thing, this is the fourth red week in a row. If you notice that 200-day was sitting here at 27.75 on the weekly chart, look what's also sitting at 27.75. That's the 50-week moving average. You can see we bounced off it right here back in March. So, you know, a lot of support, and the fact that we actually got into a position of profit at the end of the day, meaning, you know, we could have made a little profit. I decided to leave it on. So hopefully that's helpful to you guys. That's how I lugged into this Condor. Looking forward to tomorrow. Just to give you a little idea, also in the swing room, which we just got chopped up today. It was a shit show in the market. Nobody was making money anywhere. At least I wasn't. Nobody I was talking to. So if you were, rock on. You're better than I am. But everywhere I went, I just continued to just, you know, death by 1,000 cuts, right? A little loss here, a little loss there. We did have a pretty solid trade on Roku, but I did pick up some calls into tomorrow. Lotto size, that means very small, because these things are either going to pay really well or they're going to go to zero. Hence the lottery analogy. So that's where we're at. Hope you guys have a great day, and we will see you again soon. Thank you.